Morning everybody, welcome back. Saturday in the shop, and we are on what I believe, I've said this before, but I believe is going to be the final day on the Top Fuel bike. I think we have 2 more weekends. Let me think, 1, 2, yeah, maybe 2 more weekends, not including this weekend, before we're going to be leaving. And we really just have almost nothing left to get done on this thing. I got the brake line fittings I needed in. One of them needs to be modified. We're going to do the wiring today. Couple little, I mean, it's going to be almost no wiring. 1 toggle switch and maybe 5-6 feet of wire total on the whole bike. So we'll get that done today. I need to make a stand for it, like a pit type stand. It's going to be pretty simple, made out of some aluminum tubing. We'll weld that up, get that all cleaned up. We'll just kind of go over everything, clean up anything. I know there's a couple of bolts I want to like cut off that are a little extra long, and that's about it really. This thing's gonna be done. Maybe we'll get it down and roll it outside, take some pictures, and get a little video of it outside on the ground. One other thing we're working on here in the shop is we're slowly getting our web store back up and running, so I'll put a link to that down in the description if you wouldn't mind checking it out and giving us some feedback. It's going to be mostly all parts we make here, our merch. We got new t-shirts and hats and different stuff in production. So if you guys wouldn't mind checking that out and letting us know what you think. We're always looking for feedback so we can improve on things. And that's it. I'm going to get to work on this bike, I guess. Start out getting these brake lines figured out and then move on to the wiring. Alright, so excuse me, I'm still fighting this cold, so apologize for coughing in the video all day today. But this is the fitting that was in the bike, is a 4AN, and looks like it was probably 1/8 NPT, and somebody modified it to fit this brake caliper. Not really sure why. They didn't get the right fitting, but anyway, so I ordered another fitting which is 1/8 NPT, which we're going to now modify to this fitting size so it fits in the caliper. So I'm going to run out, grab a die, and then we'll come back in here and modify our new brake line fitting and get the brakes hooked up. Alright, so somebody switched that fitting to 3/8 24, so no big deal. We'll do the same with our new one for the 3AN and we should be good to go. so got our new threads cut. We'll go ahead and put this on the bike. Alright, next up on the agenda is getting some wiring stuff done. So, got our battery in here that we're going to use. And I'm going to put the switch on the side of the air dam, I believe on the other side. So, we'll have to drill a hole for that. But, I mean, this is about... I can't think of a more basic wiring job than this. We've got our Dyna S ignition, which has 2 wires, which will route through here, and then they'll come up the frame.
What is going on right now?
I'm trying to work on wiring this bike. So these 2 wires will run up the frame here, and a switched power up there, then some jumpers to the second coil, and a ground wire to the motor, and that's going to be it. I mean, it's that simple of a wiring job on this thing. This bike has a fuel shut-off tether kill. I believe now you have to have an electric tether kill and a fuel cut-off kill on a fuel bike, but anyway, we're not going to have a tether kill set up on it. If we ever legitimately get this thing where we're going to run it and we need to add one, it won't be that hard to do that. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so we're going to start messing with this wiring a little bit. We got to make a couple jumpers from the coils since we're running dual coil. Not a big deal, just make jumpers across. So really simple stuff here. Gonna strip our wires, crimp a ring connector on. I mean, this is as basic as it gets with wiring. So crimp those on, snip this off, strip this back, and crimp the other one on, and we got one jumper wire made and done. So, do the same exact thing for one more, and we'll have both our jumper wires. Alright, so we got all our coil wires hooked up. This is going to run to our switched power down here with our regular Dyna S wires that are running up here. So I'm going to figure out how to tie all this stuff onto the frame nice. I really don't want to use zip ties, but it is a race bike, and I don't know, zip ties are probably allowable on a race bike. So a couple more things to get hooked up here and we'll have it all wired.
Are those new stickers you ordered for that thing?
We made them. These 2.
You made them?
Yeah, off of pictures.
There's a place?
Yeah.
The website?
Right here.
Really?
Juan took pictures of them on the iPad.
Yeah.
And then put them in the Procreate, like how he does tattoo stencils.
Yeah.
And
no way. So you can make any kind of old school.
Yeah, and then I printed them on the printer on sticker paper.
Oh my gosh.
And put them on there. Yeah. All right, so we got our switch hooked up in here. Let me go ahead and get these wires crimped on. right, so next up on the agenda is gonna make some quick little drawing for our rear stand. Then we'll head outside and start making that up. I want to be, you know, clear of the frame, but not sticking out of the bike.
Okay, what do you want me to hold the one?
Here's what I'm gonna make.
Okay.
It's gonna be an aluminum rectangle.
Okay.
That will be flat.
Okay.
With a handle on it that'll stick up in the air.
Okay.
We'll slide that in, then you pull the handle down.
Okay.
And that jacks the bike, holds the bike up.
Okay.
Make sense?
Okay, yeah.
So
you want it to be on the frame?
I want it to be on the frame, but I don't want it to stick out wider than the bike, like where someone could trip on it.
How about keeping it in between the exhaust and the frame?
That's fine.
Okay, right there.
Okay, so then the handle, we're going to need to be 22 inches wide. Okay, cool. Okay. And then the handle, we'll probably make the handle...
Handle going to bolt on?
No.
Weld?
Yeah, because that's what it flips down and that hits the floor and keeps it from...
So it's got to have negative pressure.
Correct.
When it goes backwards.
Yeah.
So it holds force down.
Yeah. And that's what keeps it... I mean, that's the best thing, I think.
That's what you do when you start it?
Well, yeah, you start it like that and for display. That's really what I'm worried about right now is for display.
Okay.
Because...
Are you going to have some grooves in it with like some carpet or something where it grabs the frame?
I mean, I could. Yeah. Or a piece of... Yeah, I mean, honestly, you know, it would probably work better than carpet, but it could tear the bottom of the frame up. It's like some of that grippy tape.
Oh, yeah, it would definitely scratch the shit out of it.
But it's the bottom of the... Like, I'm just saying because it would hold it.
Yeah, it would keep it from moving.
I mean, the only other thing, if I wanted to get, like, way more technical with it, I could make, like, some little saddle pieces that would catch on... But
yeah,
I don't think that's really necessary. I've never made a stand like this. Our drag bikes... We had different, and we didn't need to start them with the wheel off the ground and stuff, you know. Yeah. So it's kind of a totally different deal. But I wanted to have enough leverage. So in other words, the plate, when it's locked down to lift up, the plate's got to be at an angle like this. Yeah. So that there's pressure pushing down on the handle. So like the stand will be like when it's in place, you'll have this with the bike here, and then the handle. I'm thinking I'll have it come like this, and then maybe I'll put a little curve on the end,
like a kickstand kind of thing.
No, because it's gonna, so that you can grab that to get it. Because if you go just with the end right to the ground, then you're gonna have a hard time getting your fingers under it and stuff.
Yeah. Could put a grip on the end.
I actually thought of that. Yeah, you know, because I wanted, since it's like, I mean, this thing's really a show piece. Yeah. I wanted it to have a decent look. Yeah. You know? Yeah. I mean, I was going to make it out of aluminum.
Yeah, and when it's down, this will be at an angle to apply pressure down on the handle, correct?
Right, yeah.
To an extent, not a lot.
Very slight, but yeah.
Because you don't want it to be bumped. It's bumped and then,
right?
You know,
I mean, the thing will stand up
by itself.
Yeah. But in a show setting,
you don't want it.
You know, I want people like, hey, sit on it. I don't care. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not. You know, sit on it and take a picture. Yeah. So I want it to be good enough for that, where people,
especially if James Belushi shows up.
Yeah, I doubt that'll happen, but. All right. So then
That's what I was looking for. Was my tape measure.
So the handle. I don't know. You think 2 feet? That's probably enough leverage, huh?
I would think so.
We'll do 2 feet to here. 24 inches. And
3 foot for the average person, but you're not average.
And then we'll have the handle. Yeah. Whatever that works out. Okay.
And did you determine the height yet?
Yeah, 5.5 inches. Because right now the wheel is barely not touching the ground.
And there's no air in it.
And this is 3.5 inches.
Oh, so
another 2 inches. So we got a good. Because if we do get it running, you want to be able to run it and have that back wheel spin.
Yeah. And air in that tire isn't going to make 2 more inches because it's flat across the bottom anyway.
I don't think.
I wouldn't think so, right?
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I guess we could air it up.
Just to make sure?
Yeah, if we get an air chuck. May as well, right? Alright, so we got some air in the tire. As we suspected, we got very little growth in the tire, so I think we're good with our dimensions for our stand we're going to make up, and we're going to get to that. Alright, so we were looking at material to make this stand I was talking about, and then I had a thought. Instead of doing that, we're going to go with a set of these aluminum jack stands from Harbor Freight. They're inexpensive, they're super lightweight, and I'll make some aluminum plates that we'll install on the outsides, and I'm going to try and talk Juan into doing a little paint on them with maybe a Gaddy's Garage or something like that. So save us a bunch of time and energy making something that we can buy cheaply and just modify. And those will go on the rear pegs and hold the bike, which will accomplish our goal and save us a bunch of time. So instead of making a weird custom stand, we're just going to buy some. So try and make things easy for myself when I can. Alright guys, so we're making up our ground strap here. I think this might be our last wire. Then we'll have to get some battery screws. We ditched our mount thing. I don't know, should we get this thing out today or should we wait till next weekend?
No, wait till next weekend.
Yeah. If you don't have one of these hydraulic cable crimpers, I think they're available on Amazon and stuff. I'll see if I can find the link. I'll post it in the description. They're awesome. They crimp the big copper lugs really nice. Save you a bunch of aggravation. There after work, I can bribe her by telling her we'll go to Jackson's.
What's Jackson's?
You never been to Jackson's?
Is that the ice cream place you went to?
Yeah, dude, that's unbelievable. Yeah,
You would like it there.
it's amazing. It's from like 1940.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's all. That's like a Florida landmark.
You should probably live in Fort Lauderdale. Maybe Wilson Manors area.
Alright, so we got our battery in, battery cables hooked up, we got our switch over here. Still got to figure out what I'm going to do. I got some spark plug wire organizer deals on the way, so we'll get those done still. Alright, so we got our crankcase breather set up here. Just route this down to the ground. This didn't have a catch can on it of any kind. So that looks good. And one more line on the oil tank. Alright, so man, this thing I think is really just about done. Obviously we got to go over and clean everything as best we can, and I don't know, that's it I guess. It feels weird to be done, but I guess next weekend we'll get it down, we'll get it outside, get some shots of it, and
Why is it done before mine, even though we're going to the same show? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
I'm paid up.
Oh, snap. Whew, I'm going away.
Alright, we got the lift cleared off. Give you guys a little flyover. It's the best images and stuff we can get until we get it outside. It's real tight in here, but I do have to say I'm pretty happy with how this came out. Paint's looking awesome. We got our battery in there wired up. Got our coils wired up. Used some cloth wire on that just for a kind of cool look. Got the right side, shows all the cool shit. Got our Hillborn pump. Little handmade Dyna S distributor in there. Big throttle body. Put our little on-off switch here, easy access, and our Repop Performance Machine stickers, which came out really cool. Alright guys, that's a wrap for today. Not a overly crazy day on production, but we did button up all the little last pieces we needed to on the fuel bike. It is ready to come off the lift. I'm going to swing by Harbor Freight on my way home and grab those jack stands so I can make up some little trim panels for them and make them kind of look a little bit neat, and see if I can't sucker Juan into painting some stuff on there now that I treat him like my personal painter. I know. He doesn't seem to mind.
No, he doesn't.
I think he would say. I don't.
I've been driving a truck for 6 months.
So it's the same.
Yeah, no, I know. He enjoys doing it, I think. But anyway, if he doesn't, maybe he'll tell us one day. He didn't make it in today because his sister came to visit him for his birthday. But anyway, we're going to get out of here. Please check out the website. I'll put the link down in the description. Leave us a little feedback if you don't mind. Curious what you guys think of how it's looking so far. Again, it's a work in progress. We're not done with it. And also, if you guys have any parts that you want to see us get into production on, stuff that you wish was available and you don't see it anywhere, let us know that too. We're always looking for new ideas and fresh different parts to make and produce. So that's it. We are out of here. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and we hope to see you next time at Gaddy's Garage.